right, New York City. Don't act up. I am so excited to be able to speak and read this piece for Sister Honore. I met her almost a decade ago at the Dodge Poetry Festival, and on site, she said sister. And so it's only right that whenever she calls, I arrive. This book, it will send you. So I suggest not only do you buy the book, but maybe the audio book too, so when your eyes are too blurry from the tears, you can keep listening. The Loss of Africa. We know of those taken from the place called Africa, captured by men who had transgressed against flesh for a long time. The Africans who stole others and kept those folks for themselves. The Africans who stole others and sold those to the Europeans who would take them over the water and humiliate and sometimes torture them for life. We know about the dark, dark folks who never would see home again. We know dates, we know hours, we know disbelief, we know mourning. We know about the years even before 1619 and the years that would come after. We know about those Africans who arrived in a place that the English called Jamestown, Virginia. We know which villages these Africans lived in before they were stolen. Their collection of conical, huddled homes, domestic birds running on the ground of a courtyard, feathers of black and red, a goat tied to the side of a hut, and every morning, a mother rising from her pallet, tossing grains in a pestle. And we try not to weep over what was lost to these folks. We know about an enemy from a neighboring village. We know of strangers who saw wealth in meat rocking bone. The names of the captives are lost to everyone but us, their tribes, their children, if they had them, their beloveds they'd hoped to marry in ceremonies of laughter and wine, the rivers passing through their nations, their words for a rooster cock crowing, for a delectable fruit, skin the color of red intruding yellow, for their warbles and ticks of joy. On that English ship that would land in Jamestown, the enslaved probably weren't locked in irons. That time would come later, after the sailors saw the Africans look at water and sing, leap overboard and the sharks swim to meet them. These 20 and odd folks would begin as bloody vectors, spilling lines across continents. More Africans enslaved by the English would arrive on ships. You already know that we know laws as well. We know 1662 and the word set down in the Virginia colony, partus sequitur ventrum, Latin for that which is brought forth from the belly. And so, African, now Negro, women's children would no longer follow the status of their fathers as they had been English common law for centuries. With dark children, their mothers would decide their fate. If a woman was enslaved, her children would be enslaved. If a woman was free, her children would be free. And if enslaved, somehow a mother would try to hold onto her child to keep her child from being sold. And if separated, her child would forever grieve. This is what happened to a girl named Kenya, a girl from across the water, a girl whose line would become tangled with our people who lived here on the western side of that ocean. Thank you.